So Newcastle United 0, Arsenal 2. First team to beat Newcastle at home this season, other than Liverpool, JEZ'S, which was dramatic. Stoppage time winner, I think it was, from Mohamed Salah back in 2022, which shows how well we played today. We played well on Tuesday for about half an hour and then kind of relaxed ourselves a little bit. He made some changes again, same team that played the other day. Obviously, Gabriel Magalhaes made the starting 11, but Thomas Partey didn't make it. His subs were a lot earlier than I thought they would be, although I was surprised there was no subs at half time. But we're still conceding a lot of chances. Having said that, we got the victory with a clean sheet. Our goalkeeper needs to take a lot of credit for that. I thought Jorginho played well. Xhaka, I wanted him hooked at half time. I thought second half unbelievable. And we worked our nuts off today. And it was a hard game that, because Newcastle was scrapping for everything, weren't they? And on another day, Jez, they could have scored 3 or 4. They hit the post twice. Penalty shout overturned after VAR. But for a neutral, it was probably a cracking game. For us as Arsenal fans, it was nerve-wracking all the way, even to the last seconds, wasn't it, mate?
It was. Now, I thought it was a great performance, Lee. I thought we showed absolute fight, ambition, and that's all we've asked. That's all we've asked. And the sad thing to me is we've thrown the league away. I don't care. You know, we're going to get the people out there that we can still win the league. Yeah. Only if Man City absolutely shoot themselves in the foot. I can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm heartbroken about it. Because why couldn't we do this performance when we were away at Liverpool? We're 2-0 up. Why couldn't we do it against Southampton? Why couldn't we do it against West Ham? I mean, we went up to Newcastle United today, a tough place to play, Lee, and we taught them a lesson. Yeah, okay, they had their chances. I agree with what you just said. They hit the post. They hit twice. They hit the post, and a great goal from Odegaard. You can't deny it. Took it
cracking
well.
strike.
Took it well. Nutmegged the defender. Offsided the goalkeeper, and great little slot. And Martinelli did what Martinelli does, and I love that fella. But why couldn't we do this, Lee, against the teams that we were 2-0 up against? All right, we weren't against Southampton, was it? Was it Southampton?
We was up against West Ham.
Oh,
Liverpool,
yeah.
2-0 down to Southampton, bottom of the league. 2-0 down in 15. Then 3-1 down. Rallied at the end.
Yeah.
Beat a poor Chelsea team, which gave us confidence.
Why couldn't we get it over the line? And this annoys me. And again, it showed, Lee, our frailty in defence with Zinchenko started. As soon as Tierney came on, we looked stronger. Well,
My left back.
I don't disrespect Zinchenko. He's not a bloody defender. He's cost us, in my book, 4 goals in the last 3 games. 3 goals in the last 4 games. And Tierney comes on. It makes it all look solid. And Kiwa, how you pronounce his name?
Yeah. Looked very comfortable today against a very elite, and I say elite. Well, listen, I'm not just saying elite. Listen, Isak's been in fine form. Callum Wilson's an issue. Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes is a fucking good player. Sorry, I swore. Yeah, they have got some good attacking players. Yeah, and he was cool as a cucumber. So why didn't he play against Liverpool, West Ham? Well, he did come on off the bench against Liverpool, but Rob Holding started. Like, why didn't he play these games? Why is he not playing these games? It's almost like, and I said this to Matty, it's almost like Arteta's learned from his mistakes, but he's learned when it's too late. It's like, and I've always said in my life, it's only a mistake if you do it twice. If you do the same thing and you cock it up, and you know that's a mistake, and you do it again, you cock it up, Well, it's not a mistake the second, third, fourth, fifth time.
No.
He played Rob Holding last season, got sent off at Tottenham, cost us at Newcastle, whatever. You then play him again. You signed Kivior for 24 million. Why didn't you play him then? Mad, isn't it?
Exactly. I thought he was decent today.
Yeah.
And you'll see it in the player ratings when I'm doing it with you and Kenny, I'm sure, of how I saw the players today. And this is what frustrates me, Lee, so much with Mikel Arteta, is he has the ability to do this. All right, yeah, we haven't got a great squad. It's not world class. It's not going to win us the Champions League. Oh, dare I say that? Because that'll upset people.
Is that negative, Jez?
Well, no, it's not negative. No. It's not negatively. It's being positive. Because what I'm telling you is we need to invest and we need to clear out some dross. We have some dross in that club that we need to get rid of. Anyway, we'll get into that another day because that's not what this is about tonight. But the fact of the matter remains is we went to St. James's Park, a difficult place to go. I think our fans today were absolutely out of this world, outsung the Newcastle fan base. That's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Tough ask.
Especially when they're up in the gods as well.
Up in the
Drowned
gods.
out.
Yeah, up there. Which I think, personally, I think Newcastle United are jokes for doing that. But fair play. That's their prerogative. They can do what they like. It's their ground. But you've walked up those 1,000 steps.
I was Rose Ed, Jez. I was Rose Ed with Ola and Lewis. We walked 18 flights of stairs, and then I looked at my ticket. I asked the steward, and he went, "You're up there, mate, right at the very back." And when they panned in after Odegaard's goal, and I see them all, and they panned in the camera, and I see them all, I was like, fair play to every one of them, because they've done 5 hours, 6 hours to get there.
Yeah.
Right? They've had a couple of drinks or whatever. Maybe they ain't. Maybe they've just driven there, got a train, whatever. But it's not cheap to go there, driving or train, yeah, because fuel prices are through the roof. And then you have to walk all the way up. And that game finished at what? Kicked off at 5:30 my time, so 4:30. It finished at 6:30, say 7:15. By the time they're out the ground, it's 7. And then they've got to drive 6 hours, 5 hours out. They're getting home at midnight. They're still on their way home now. They're getting home at 11:30, midnight, sound like that if they live in London. If they live further than, some of them will live in Manchester, Blackpool, whatever. But the ones that live in London, around the south, mate, that's a 12-hour round trip without the game. Yeah, and 18 flights of stairs. Our away fans, Jez, yeah? Right, I know Arthur probably want to stab me to death, yeah? Right, but I will always give him credit, yeah? They're everywhere. Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Manchester. They can't get the last train home. Yeah, because they have to leave 20 minutes before the game ends to get the last train. Like, they're everywhere. Big up to them, man. Yeah, and listen, the fans this season, home and away, yeah, have done above and beyond the call of duty. Unfortunately, even if we win our last 3 games, we end on 90 points. That's 6 points that we dropped in them 3 draws. Forget the City game, yeah, because we always lose to them. Them 6 points is ultimately what has cost us the title, and it's so jarring, not just for us that are sitting on our asses watching it at home, but for these people. And you've been there, Jez, you've done it, you've done a lot more mileage than I ever will. Yeah, Kenny does it. Yeah, I've done a little bit, but to do it, you're in, and it's like, yeah, a lot of money, a lot of fucking headache, a lot of arguments with your family, yeah, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of fucking arguments with work. But ultimately, them 3 games cost us, mate. Yeah, because it doesn't matter how good Man City are. If we'd finished our dinner in them 3 games, we'd win the title. We'd still be top now. We'd be 5 points clear and they'd have a game in hand. Even with them beating them.
I don't think it's the away fans that are against you. I don't. It's the idiots that follow certain channels at Arsenal. I read some debates today about this Arsenal, what they call themselves, the Ashburton Army. That Arsenal want them out.
I see something that they posted, it come up on my timeline, that they were trying to get a TIFO going for the Chelsea game, the Palace game, and another game, and Arsenal haven't even replied to them, and they're getting like overpowered by police outside the grounds. Now, listen, I kind of get it, and you'll probably kind of get it as well. Growing up in the era you grew up in, away games are a little bit naughty, home games with away London teams, rival teams, when they're letting off flares and like pyros and all that, that's not allowed. So I kind of get it, and when they're dressed in all in black. It's not abroad. You can't do the ultra thing here. No, I'm not saying they're doing that. And listen, I'm not slagging them off. Yeah, I rate their atmosphere. I rate it. I love that. I want to see that in my football club, because I look at these other clubs across the world and I think, why can't our fans be like? And they're trying. The problem is, Arsenal don't want that, Jez. Yeah, and you know that Arsenal have the police liaison officers. Yeah, that are working side by side. They go to the club every day. This face is banned, that face is banned, etc. I'll keep an eye on this one. Yeah. And unfortunately, they're going to slowly wipe it out. The fact that they allowed them in the first place, I was shocked with the drum. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, because it's like, so-and-so can't see. Can you sit down? We'll fucking stand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the fact they let them in, and let's be real, listen, I ain't been to the Emirates since they've been going like proper since lockdown, just after lockdown. Yeah. But I can hear it on TV when I watch it back the next day. They have made the atmosphere lit.
Yeah.
Absolutely lit. Yeah. Fair play to them. And the fact that the club didn't even respond back to them. I see the post they put on Insta about the tifos that they wanted to do for Palace, for Chelsea, and the club never responded. And they put a big post out saying that we're getting treated like criminals. I kind of understand the police, their arms are tied. You're all dressed in black with ballies on and this and that, and you're setting off pirate. I get it. They're gonna want to look at you, yeah. But at the same time, the club should be going, yo, actually, let's do our background checks. Let's do our CRB checks and all of that. Let's make sure they're all certified, and then we give them a backhand in our pocket. And now they're the voices of the club in that end. Yeah, and we'll give them their tifos. That's what happens at Inter. That's what happens at Madrid, Sporting. Like Big Steve was in Feyenoord the other day. All the police were sitting there banging the drums. And all. Insane. But this club don't want it, mate. This club don't want it, Jez. Because
I'm just going to make a statement here, right? If Millwall come up next season, right?
I pray. I fucking pray. They're playing
tomorrow. I'm just going to say this. I don't want to ever see any of this again. I've witnessed it for years, grew up with it, been involved with it, don't like it. That lot, got to help them, because in this country, if you identify yourself as a target,
firm, wannabe firm, ultras,
they're not a firm league.
They're not, and they're not even trying to be, Jez. They're just a group of young kids that are just trying to create. Yeah, they're a group of young kids that are trying to create an atmosphere. And to be fair, they fucking have. The club should embrace that.
Yeah,
but you're right. I know what you're saying. Yeah, they will be targeted.
Yeah, they will straight away.
Not just by Millwall, but going forward next season, that'll be by everyone.
I don't want to see
this
any
season's the first real season that they've actually done what they've done.
I don't want to see any of that shit ever again. You know, I grew up with it. It scared the shit out of me. I got involved with it, unfortunately, and for no fault of my own. Yeah. I don't want to see none of that shit again. I was at fucking Arsenal Millwall in the FA Cup when they came round, kicked the shit out of everyone. And I don't want to see any of this again. Never. No, please, never, please.
No, listen, on that bombshell, we are going to wrap this up, mate. We are going to do player ratings.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Strasbourg Steve's fan cam. Go back and check mine, Matty's and Kenny's out. Show some love to Jez. Arsenal history and more, link in description. And we'll be doing player ratings in about 15 minutes. So keep your eyes peeled for that. As it stands, very quickly, let's see Man United still losing 1-0 to West Ham. Wow, good result for West Ham so far. We're out of here, people. Adios. Ciao.